receiving the Nobel Peace Prize for 2025 for her tireless work promoting democratic rights of the people of Venezuela and for her struggle to achieve a peaceful and just transition from dictatorship to democracy. For a long, long time, the opposition in Venezuela has relied on democracy's toolbox to wage its peaceful civilian campaign. Over the years, Ms. Machado and her allies have had to adapt and change tactics. They've applied almost every democratic tool, from election boycotts when the system was too rotten, to participation when small openings in the process made it possible. They've tried dialogue, organization, mobilization, and extensive election documentation. Ms. Machado has appealed for international attention, support, and pressure, not for an invasion of Venezuela. She has urged people to stand up for their rights using peaceful, democratic means. Peace research shows it clearly. Widespread, non-violent mobilization is among the most effective methods of achieving political change in a dictatorship. When a population mobilizes and the international community exerts strong pressure and the security forces refrain from using violence against its population, a tipping point may arrive. As the leader of the democratic movement in Venezuela, Maria Corina Machado is one of the most extraordinary examples of civilian courage in recent Latin American history. This year's Nobel Peace Prize fulfills all three criteria stated in Alfred Nobel's will. First, the Venezuelan opposition has united political movements, civil organizations, and ordinary citizens in a pursuit of one goal: the restoration of democracy, pulling together diverse groups that previously opposed one another is the modern equivalent of what Alfred Nobel called holding peace congresses. Second, Venezuela's democracy movement has opposed the regime's militarization of society. The regime has armed thousands of groups, authorized paramilitary bands to commit abuses, and invited foreign military forces into the country, thereby accelerating the militarization. By documenting abuses and demanding accountability, the opposition seeks to strengthen civilian democratic authority and roll back the influence of weapons. This deprives criminals and regime-friendly militias of their arms and autonomy and satisfies Nobel's criterion of seeking peace through disarmament. Third, true fraternity or fellowship, the kind Alfred Nobel envisaged, requires democracy. Only when people are able to choose their leaders and speak without fear can peace take root, whether inside a society or between countries. Democracy is the highest form of fellowship and the surest way to lasting peace. Therefore, here today, in this hall, with all the gravity that attends the Nobel Peace Prize and this annual ceremony, we will say what authoritarian's leader fear most. Your power is not permanent. Your violence will not prevail over people who rise and resist. Mr. Maduro, accept the election result and step down. Lay the foundation lay the foundation for a peaceful transition to democracy, because that is the will of the Venezuelan people. Maria Corina Machado and the Venezuelan opposition have lit a flame that no torture, no lie, and no fear can extinguish. When the history of our time is written, it won't be the names of the authoritarian rulers that stand out, but the names of those who dared resist, those who stood tall in the face of danger, those who kept going when others gave up. Karl von Ossietzky, Andrei Sakharov, Nelson Mandela. In its long history, the Norwegian Nobel Committee has honored brave women and men who have stood up against repression, who have carried the hope of freedom in prison cells, in the streets, and in public squares, and shown by these actions that resistance can change the world. Today, we honor Maria Corina Machado. We pay tribute as well to all who wait in the dark, all who have been arrested and tortured or disappeared, all who continue to hope, all those in Caracas and other cities of Venezuela who are forced to whisper the language of freedom. May they hear us now. May they realize that the world is not turning away, that freedom is drawing closer, and that Venezuela will become peaceful and democratic. Let a new age dawn. Thank you.
Standing ovation pour Machado, qui lui-même recevra prix Nobel la paix. Journée jeudi à dans pays Norvège, Oslo, côté que cérémonie ça, l'ITE a déroulé prix Nobel la paix, l'ITE décerné à Manzé pour le travail qu'il fait contre Nicolas Maduro au pouvoir, contre le régime que le qualifié de un régime dictatorial que tout le monde connaît. Et vous fait comprendre que c'est lui-même ou bien opposition qui a remporté élection présidentielle qui était organisée dans le pays Venezuela, mais Nicolas Maduro lui font façon li kembe pouvoir. Machado lui récompensé, il reconnaît lui jeudi dans la cour Oslo côté que il recevra prix Nobel la paix.
course, we always
Voilà, madame, monsieur, donc c'est cérémonie ça qui a pu dérouler dans la cour Oslo, pays Norvège, côté que petite Matador, c'est lui-même petite fille qui recevra prix Nobel la paix. Si là, on a pu continuer à veiller pour ça qui a passé à travers le monde là, pour nous partager avec vous parce qu'on a Pstars, information, li pas jamais camper. Restez avec nous.